like you're back in college, then you're like in the gymnasium or the quadrangle, and then you're hoping that, when that song comes out, there's actually going to be someone who'll give you a kiss or something. I don't know. It's just giving me that vibe. Not that it happened to me or I ever thought of that, but it's just giving me that vibe. But that's, of course, me as a millennial. I don't know about the Gen Zs. It's something different for you guys. But anyway, that was, of course, our performers for today. Please welcome the singers of Moving Closer. Never the Strangers.
Hello.
I'm sorry, but my college self is just fangirling at the moment. I'm sorry, I'm being so unprofessional. But like I mentioned, yeah, you guys live the dream, and you guys were the people we sang along to back in college. Bahala na kayo mag-assume kung ano ng age namin. But anyway, welcome to Hangover, guys. Again, Ace and Nash. Hi, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for performing that song. Later on, you're also going to be performing a couple of songs for us, if I'm not mistaken. It's Alon and Sumayaw. Are you also going to be dancing?
No.
No. Okay, for the record, as early as now, guys, wag na po kayo umasa na sasayaw sila. But again, thank you for coming here at Hangover. Of course, we have our viewers, our chasers, yeah, they're watching us, and they're excited to squeeze out the truth from you guys. And as you all know, the truth hits harder than a drink. So, yeah, we'll see later on. And also, by the way, so here at Hangover, we have a three-tiered level of questions. So, merong, easy, mid, sucks lang, and then difficult kunwari. We're gonna get to that later on. But before that, of course, a quick kamustahan lang muna. Again, you just performed your song Moving Closer. Quite iconic, as I've fangirled earlier. And that song has honestly made a certain product because more iconic, the song has made a lot of things more iconic because of you guys. Did you expect that song to gain that kind of traction it had? And what were your initial reactions once you saw it, soaring up the charts? Bring us back.
I think our initial siguro expectation was yes, parang that song was going to gain a lot of traction because of the brand it carries.
Saka yung mga previous stuff nila ganun din.
Yeah, exactly. So ano siya, parang it was a dream that I personally was siguro hoping to achieve. Kasi before that, like when I was in high school, my dad would keep telling me to eventually start writing songs for basta sulat ka ng sulat ng kanta until eventually baka kunin siya ng
Pick up, ganon, okay.
So when that happened, parang sobrang unreal siya for me kasi it was like the universe was listening. And parang I was really just surprised na that was the song that
Natupad yung dreams mo.
yes.
But yun nga, your dad was just telling you, yeah, just keep writing, baka ma-pick up. But was there ever like, sana ma-pick up? Parang may naisip ka na-envision ka ng brand or product or something like that you were hoping for that song? Wala namang ganun.
Wala namang ganun, pero my dad was saying,
baka pwede
baka
siya,
for airlines, ganun. Iba-iba.
Okay, yeah.
So, yun.
Naalala ko rin, may kunento ka sa akin, may kaklase tayo nung high school na nag-usap kayo.
Yes.
Sabi niya,
Baka.
one day gusto niya magawan ng song, yung same brand na yun.
Oh, cool!
It happens.
Tapos nangyari nga sa kanya.
You're right, the universe was listening. Medyo nasa pending lang siya noong time nung high school. Wait ka lang dyan, Ace. It's gonna happen. Parang ganun. Nice. There you go, guys. So put it out there, universe. Sometimes it gets to listen. Anyway, so another song is, again, yung Alon. You're gonna be performing that later on. But in this case naman, can you imagine it being used? Because it's quite cinematic, eh? The vibe of it is quite cinematic. Can you imagine it being used in a film or an OST for something? And if so, just like that, may na-imagine ka ba? Or are you hopeful that it could be used for a certain show, series, or genre, for example?
I think so. No title comes to mind in particular, pero certainly something drama or something very emotionally heavy. Siguro what I'm imagining is it won't be used in a specific scene per se because I think that would be too on the nose. Pero siguro Baka parang end credits
Oh.
or something. Parang ano siya, parang
Close nung
oo.
buong thing.
ano siya, thematic thematically something that makes sense in that way. Yeah.
Looking forward for it. Universe, do your thing.
Let's go.
Let's go, Universe. Baka naman, di ba, sometime soon. All right. Now, moving on to Sumayaw naman, which again, guys, don't expect them to dance later on. But anyway, fans have been saying that it's an anti-stress anthem considering the whole theme and its genre of funk, pop, and disco. What song of yours would you also consider as some sort of an anti-stress anthem aside from Sumayaw?
So there's this song that we've been playing in gigs recently. Tapos, ano siya, para sa akin, anti-stress siya, but in a different way, in a different mood. The song is called Everything. And ano siya, parang we play it with no backing tracks. Usually kasi if with our other songs, basta may click track kaming sinasabayan. This one,
Sobrang stripped down lang.
yes.
Ooh.
It's just the piano, my voice, the drums, and his voice. Kasi what I tell people is it's the kind of intimacy it deserves. So parang ano siya, it's a very consoling song. It provides comfort, it's slow, it's calm. So
Parang catharsis. May nangyayari.
Okay. So the Sumayaw is anti-stress in a way that you're just bringing your energy up, and the everything is anti-stress in a sense that it's chill.
Parang
Makes you
hihiga ka
calm.
na.
Yun.
Matutulog ka na.
I'm getting the vibe, but I'm
Muni-muni
gonna give it a listen later on, and you guys should as well. Chasers, go check it out. Oh, is the online uploaded version stripped down or not?
it is stripped down.
Oh, nice. And finally, also, guys, aside from listening to it, go check out their gigs. So good live.
Yes.
Trust me on that. All right, this time, fam, since Chaser, since we were able to go through the hi, getting to know you part of the interview, let's now move on to the spicier parts of it, the main Q&A actually. So again, we've got 3 parts. We've got the first one, which is you drive me nuts, kasi nga Manilang sa inyo to. The second one is the chicha wrong or right. So we're basically going to be asking you questions about allegations here and there, if it's wrong or right. And finally, the SSG, or the spicy sizzling gossip. So ayan na nga, chismis, mga kwento, mga nakukuha namin sa Reddit, sa Twitter, or wherever else. And well, let's hear your thoughts on those matters. So let's now start. If you guys are ready, let's start. Let's kick things off with our You Drive Me Nuts portion. So this first level with this question, you said that your band name is Never the Strangers, and it's a mission statement, which means to make great music that the world cannot ignore, to the point where no one would be a stranger to the band. First off, why are you laughing? Not part of the questions, but why are you laughing? Nagka-cringe ba kayo ngayon?
Bakit nung cannot ignore.
Yeah. Actually, you have but the way you read it, I was like, oh nga na, you should probably think about that.
Let's redo the meaning of this band name. When was this created nga ba?
Halos
The
sa
meaning,
start.
the meaning of
The
it.
meaning?
Oo.
Actually, ito yung out ko. So,
May takas ka
yeah.
na.
So,
We're listening.
The story that I tell people since the start, that I've been telling people since the start is the words "Never the Strangers" I came up with.
Okay.
The words,
The words.
sounds, right? And then when I really, siya, parang epiphany ko ba? Like, okay, this combination of words sounds great. It's parang it sticks. So I shared it with my bandmates. And then they were the ones who like, kinalabit niya ako. Yeah. Alam mo yun? So parang they sold me on the dream. And I bought it.
You were on a high that time.
Yeah.
Gets ko yung feeling na yun na
Yes.
sumasakay ka na lang sa lahat ng ideas kasi like you're on a high at the moment. So right now, as of today, you're kind of chuckling at the thought of it. So that's kind of cute. But now, guys, for the record, hands clean, washed. Okay, moving on. Going back to the actual question. Do you think that you have aligned with this mission? And can you share your experiences that reflect it? Gusto ko yung align with the mission. Talagang like,
Wow. Corpus
company.
peak. Yeah.
di ba?
Alignment.
Matupad ba?
It's funny kasi at the start of it, parang you make this declaration and then you think once it's accomplished, yun na yun. But as life goes on, as the years pass, alam mo yun, people are always looking for something new, something fresh. And if we wanted to stay true to that mission vision thing, ano siya, you cannot rest. Alam mo yun, parang you need to constantly prove yourself in order to stay aligned with that. So, siguro for a while, yes, kasi nga, parang medyo cheat code eh. We had that good run there with, moving closer, bago mahuli ang lahat, so on and so forth. And parang for a while, it really did feel that way. But life happens, life happens, things get in the way, there are obstacles. Not that I'm making excuses, pero minsan
Takas ka na naman.
Then minsan ganun talaga eh. Would I claim that's the case now? Parang objectively it's not, kasi there's so many other great artists there who have that parang name recall, and parang I guess challenge na rin yun for us if we wish to parang reintroduce ourselves. So we really need to parang do the work.
Pero ako, yung perspective ko dyan, parang tayo bilang tao, hindi na tayo naging strangers sa kanila. Yung music natin, sobrang tayo yun, ikaw yun, music mo. Kung ano ka, yun din yung lumalabas sa music mo eh. So parang nakuha rin in that sense.
Okay.
Mamaya siguro mag-aaway sila about what it feels to have whether they have completed the mission or not. But again, to make great music that the world cannot ignore, man. Never the strangers. Wala lang. I'm just making you cringe at the moment. The thing is, it's not cringy for me as a viewer, as a listener, as a fan, diba? Pero I'm sure it's like looking through photos ng emo face mo or something like that. Parang gets ko. Moving on. Next question. This time, let's move a little bit backwards once again and talk us through the moment of Rico Blanco discovering your band on MySpace. Half of you probably don't even know that website anymore. Sheesh, MySpace. So, what was going through your minds when that message came in? Scammer ba to? Ano, fake ba to? Or did you believe it right away?
Yeah, so we were part of this organization called the Ateneo Musicians Pool back in the day. Tapos yung I got this message from one of the officers, parang upperclassman siya. Sabi niya parang, oh hey, Rico Blanco wants to meet you guys. As you said, he found our demos on MySpace. Tapos parang he wants us to parang meet a rehearsal studio just to show him our stuff. On the one hand, parang there's no way this person is joking around. Kasi this person is not that kind of person.
Yeah.
Parang trustworthy siya. Pero on the other hand, parang I grew up listening to this guy. Alam mo yun, parang I loved River Maya. Seryoso ba? Like, di ako
Too good to be true, parang ganun yung feeling.
Yeah. Parang I was stuck trying to process what was going on until the day came that we were like, ay, okay, you know what?
Andun nga siya.
Yes, sa studio. And then it was like, okay, it really is happening.
So it's real then.
Yeah. So, unreal. And yet, real.
Love that.
Yeah.
I think, you know what? I think Rico Blanco has an effect on a lot of people in general talaga. Like if somebody says, oh yeah, he's gonna come over to Hangover. Totoo ba? Baka scam to. Anyway, I'm glad. Thank you for sharing that. And of course, we're really grateful for you guys, Rico, and all the music you have put out there. And with that, you're now here at Hangover. Grateful for that. All right. Now, way back 2013, you performed here actually in Easy Rock, Manila, for our 4th anniversary special. Do you even remember that moment? If you don't, it's fine. Hindi kami magtatampo if you don't remember.
Wala pa ako nun. Hindi ko talaga maalala.
Your excuse, Nash. Okay. Ace.
I do remember playing. I don't remember the specifics. Pero I remember the feeling.
Sagot
Another hand wash. I love that. It's fine. That's good enough for us. I'm sure we have pictures somewhere in the interwebs.
Probably. Yes.
MySpace maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
siguro the feeling that stuck with me na lang is that sense of validation na parang this radio station which my parents have raised me on, alam mo yun, kasi they love music. just to be in that position, to be playing for you.
Malaking bagay na,
Validation yun for us na, okay, we've broken through somehow.
I get that. And that's also, I mean, of course, technology and everything, but that's also the reason why we get a lot of messages from artists saying thanks for having their song being played. Kasi iba pa rin talaga yung the validation that you receive when your song is being played on radio.
Yes.
Mga goals in life, mga aspiring musicians, goals in life to have your music played on radio. Anyway,
Yeah.
anyway, again, hindi na kami magtatampo. Okay na yun. Your answer was very Mr. Universe. We loved it. Okay. Pasado ka. You can come back. You can come back here for Hangover. Another session. All right. This time, you've also actually opened for a bunch of international bands. So you did open for Death Cab for Cutie and also Lifehouse.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that was the concert that I couldn't afford yet. So happy for you. Yeah. Anyway, how do you prepare differently for those large shows compared to your own headline gig?
I think on a practical level, opening sets are much shorter than headlining sets. So parang the goal becomes what's the most impact you can make in that short amount of time. Kasi you're not the main event. Pero you're kind of warming up the crowd for what's to come, but also you want to show them that
Nagbe-belong ka rin dapat dun.
yeah. We belong here too. We're here for a reason. It's not just because we have a similar vibe or something or what people might think. But we just parang it's a way to prove yourselves. Tapos when it comes to headliner gigs naman, so obviously the set is much longer. There's much more time for it to breathe. So you don't have to be at one level of intensity the whole time.
Gets. Oh.
Yeah. You can parang what you try to do there is to mix it up to create parang an experience that's memorable in a different way. That's not parang monotonous or whatnot. Parang there's more space.
May kwento, parang ganun.
Parang mas may space kayo to interact with the crowd. Mas maraming water breaks. Important yun for us. Yeah. So parang for me yun yung main difference.
You have a little bit more control at least with your headline gigs.
Yes.
Gets ko yan as an artist myself, guys. Gets ko yan eh. All right. Diba? Easy. Mani. Nothing for you guys. All right. This time, let's move on to our next set. This is once again our Chicha Wrong. All right. It's a hotter level, a second level where you get to answer questions that many are curious about. Just like this one. Most listeners recognize you from your hit single, Moving Closer. While it's a feat to be remembered by generations, and I mean that so much, do you think their claims that you're just a one-hit wonder holds true? Pasok, Nash.
Ewan ko kung one-hit wonder dahil pag nagpo-perform kami ngayon, excited pa rin yung mga tao sa Moving Closer. Tapos parang hindi siya tunog na naalala lang nila yung song from before. Gusto pa rin talaga nila marinig, na-enjoy pa rin nila. Kami rin na-enjoy namin tugtugin palagi. And pati naman yung new songs namin, parang alam din naman nung mga tao. So, okay din yung reaction nila sa new songs namin. So, ikaw, Ace.
Yeah, that's a good question actually. Parang, it's something parang more or less grappled with over the years because of what happened to the band. Like, I don't want to get into the details of it, pero like, stuff happened where parang medyo nawala kami from the limelight for a while. Pero that doesn't mean now we actually stopped. However, siguro a part of me accepts that bit na, okay, there is some truth to that, where that song became so big, tapos there's something to, living in its shadow, in a sense. And, however, I can't fully parang internalize that, na parang, Never the Stranger's one-hit wonder, that's it. Because
pero sobrang laking hit pa rin siya eh.
that is true.
So,
yeah, that is true.
It literally became commercialized kasi rin eh. Parang ganun.
Yeah. So parang in my head, like, okay, so there are people who think this way, pero I cannot put ourselves in that box because as artists, parang you always want to create. And if I had boxed myself in that, parang it becomes self-defeating, tapos hindi na ako makakagawa ng bagong song, ganun. So ano rin siya, para siyang, it's a bit of a psychological thing that I had to contend with. Pero, I find that I'm in a much better place now. And parang find myself much more just being appreciative and thankful that we even had one in the first place. Parang we gave people something to, siguro to think of someone with, parang be at the soundtrack of their lives. So we're happy we have that, and I'm happy that we're still here, I'm still here. That song has given us different opportunities, opened different
Ngayon,
doors.
marami pang binibigay.
And we're very happy to be here with you and sharing new music. So yun yung mindset.
Especially that one, that being with us here. No, but yeah, I get that. A lot of people have huge expectations when you have this huge, and you're right, sobrang laki talaga ng impact ng Moving Closer. Pero you still have a solid fan base, and that's truly what matters. Do you have a name for your fan base?
Okay, so it's called Stranger Danger. Yun yung
Oh,
so it's just
doesn't sound right, but okay.
yeah, so it has a certain ring to it.
Yeah.
So yun, yeah.
Yeah, I know the ring to it. Like, guys, say Stranger Danger. But I guess, again, because it's a fan base, you guys know what you're talking about.
Yes,
Okay, gotcha. This time, let's talk about what the fans or the other listeners are saying, that you sound like the band Cup of Joe. I don't know if you know them, but cool band as well, diba? So, would you say that it's true?
First of all, that's high praise.
Yes,
Oh.
absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been hearing yung multo parang everywhere. Grabe lakas ng song na yun.
Lakas nila. Sobrang lakas nila.
And I'm not talking about volume, okay? As in, malakas yung dating, the melodies are strong, the imagery is potent. Honestly, I wish I wrote that song.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes.
So okay lang. Tawagan na, di ba?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay lang yun.
yeah, obviously we don't make exactly the same music, pero I would say in the emotional spectrum,
Nasa same universe.
same universe siya eh.
That same vibe, if you will. Ganun nga.
Yeah.
Oo.
So, I'm also thankful that, parang people think to compare, diba, us
nandun pa rin.
to them. Yes.
Nasa
yes.
utak
Voto,
pa rin.
voto
Consciousness.
naman,
Consciousness.
grabe.
Yeah.
Very bagets no kasi yung sound nyo eh. Okay, follow up on that. So considering that Cup of Joe songs and other modern OPM artist songs are charting right now, do you think that you can stand a chance to break through the mainstream?
Parang tingin ko, may chance naman palagi.
Always,
Kasi
yeah.
never mo malalaman eh. Kahit dun sa Moving Closer, hindi rin naman ata in-expect talaga ni Ace na ganun yung mangyayari. Tapos, kami naman, gawa ng songs.
Uh-huh.
So, kung may makuha dyan, tapos maganda rin yung guidance na nakukuha namin from our management, mga mentors namin. So, may chance pa rin talaga. Kung mangyari man or hindi, parang wala na talaga yun sa control namin. Lalo na these days. Sobrang daming songs na lumalabas.
Absolutely, yeah. So many artists, so many songs.
So, kung meron man, di thankful kami. Kung wala, go
Keep
lang
making-
naman kami.
Yeah, keep playing lang.
Yeah.
Another follow-up to that follow-up. Do you ever feel that at some point you're gonna stop making music because yung parang wala na, nakakapagod na, parang ganung feeling? And why? And if so, what would the actual reason be, if you think?
Siguro, that's a very good question. Siguro siguro sabihin, hypothetically, one of the things that might get in the way is just, growing up. Parang, life is not easy, man.
Mahirap.
You have to do things to sustain yourself,
Yeah.
your loved ones. You have, parang, as you grow older, parang, you are not the only person you think about. Tapos, syempre, like, there's, things like rent. Stuff you have to pay for to
Adult
feed
stuff,
yourself.
adult
Alam mo
things.
yun?
Yes.
Pero hopefully, and the dream is the passion somehow parang sustains you. And I hope, I mean, we are in that situation where kaya pa rin siyang gawin despite life's challenges, because life do have hands. you know
Love to have hands, man. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Right, man. Where are we going with this? But thank you. Of course, everyone, chasers, support OPM music. OPM music. You know what I mean? Because rent, man. We gotta pay the bills. We gotta pay, and we want
Kailangan
Never
yan.
the Strangers to keep on playing. So let's not let that hypothetical situation happen. Yeah. Support OPM. And with that, we wrap up our second set. This time, moving on to SSG again, the spicy, sizzling gossip. So the spiciest level just yet, and we are expecting to see the stripped down and unfiltered version of you. And we're gonna be talking about the circulating issues that we've dug up for you guys. Might be shocking, so be prepared. All right, so Moving Closer was covered by Philippe of SB19, and the music video featured popular love teams, and it's gotten over 15 million views combined. So while your actual music video was about 2 million views. Considering this, does the disparity between numbers make you feel uneasy na para bang hindi na sa inyo yung kanta, or parang ibang artist daw ang nagpasikat nito, parang ganun? What say you?
Teka, which part do I answer?
Ang dami bang tanong? Sorry, sorry.
Wait
It's
lang,
fine,
wait
it's
lang.
fine, it's
Sorting
fine.
it out in my brain.
15, tsaka 2. Yun yung isa. Tanong.
Na-ADHD ka ba ng onte?
Medyo my
Alam
eyes
niyo ba
are going-
okay, ADHD moment ko rin, sorry. Alam niyo ba accordingly, people who have ADHD are more likely to wear the color green?
Ito na nga.
Exactly.
Totoo ba yun?
I mean, it's something I've seen, and it's in the internet, and I don't know if it's true, but that's what I saw. It's just funny. Yes, going back, I'm undiagnosed. I'm not a person that would diagnose, so internet guys, never mind. Going back, would you like to read the question?
No, it's okay. I will try to answer as best we can. Siguro
Yes.
we could start with YouTube. I think I fully understand the position of a juggernaut like SB19 in the industry, and I super respect it.
Thankful pa nga tayo na 15 million views yung
Yes.
video nila.
Ano siya, the first, siguro my first reaction before the topic of views is, wow, the song found a second life.
Yes.
Second wind.
Love
Yeah,
that.
second wind, grabe, parang of all the songs, di ba? Parang even before the brands, parang ano ba tawag yung sa word na yun? Parang revisiting of that song with a new rendition. The fact na Philip, I don't know if he chose it personally, but I'm hearing that he did. And his vocal chops are next level. Even my dad, sabi niya, galing ng batang to. I'm like, yeah. Ako rin, diba, dad? Joke lang.
What about me, Dad?
Ace, magaling ka rin kumanta.
Yeah. Pero seriously speaking, I could not believe that he chose that song. I don't know how often he sings it at his solo shows, pero it's back in the universe again. And
Tsaka bumabalik din sa atin yun eh.
oh yeah, of course. Tapos siguro doon naman sa YouTube stuff, that it was a different time back in the day. Tapos,
Malaki na yun back in the day, yung 2 million.
Mahina na yung internet, mahina pa yung mabaga pa net natin nung time na yun. So,
yeah,
one view, it's enough. Okay na.
yeah, that's true. So parang ako grateful na rin ako sa naka 2 million plus kami.
Yeah.
And then doon naman on the Philip and the 15 million, that's crazy. That's a crazy number. And for it to be a song that came from us, parang, di ba I mentioned parang my sense of validation when we played for you guys years ago. Parang that's also this
Naulit
thing,
siya.
siguro in a different level. Parang, ano siya, masasabi kong pasok pa rin siya sa pop consciousness ng mga tao. And I'm grateful that that happened to us, kahit indirectly. Yeah.
Back to what Nash said, sabi niya, para sa atin rin yan eh. You know, like the recognition and everything. On that note, Your Honor, I
Naglabas
present
ng
to you.
receipts.
I present to you. To the court. No, I mentioned that because there has been circulating tweets about it. Let me read first the original tweet, sabi dito na. It's great to hear that because it was also popularized by a K-pop artist, if I'm not a mistake. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So it's great to hear that Suno from N-hyphen, thank you. Thank you,
N-hyphen.
guys. So, I just can't. All right. From N-hyphen sang Philippe's Moving Closer in a way that made it sound like a different song in a good way. Blah, 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 blah. Then someone responded saying, why are you putting Philippe's name beside Suno when the original artist is Never the Strangers? Stop spreading misinformation.
Haba pala.
Page 2. Sabi naman ng isa, version ni Felipe yun. Real talk lang ha. If Felipe didn't release a cover, would they even know the song? And with all due respect to the OG artist, one is singing it because it's currently popular. Who made it popular right now? Kayo na mag-answer. Exactly the words. Exactly the words. Let me show you. Right, it's right there.
Screenshot.
Oo nga eh. Resibo ang tawag dyan eh. I don't know if you guys have seen that. So, yeah, like what's your take on that?
Ako, thankful lang ako na nag-uusap sila eh.
The discourse, no? Naging part ng discourse.
Conversation, yeah.
I don't know, like, not that this is necessary, because, pero if people do get to the bottom of it, like, they solve the puzzle of
Sino
how
ba
and
talaga,
why
Yeah.
paano
he
umabot
did
dun?
it, then like, okay, whatever that answer is, tanggap naman namin. Pero, I did catch wind of that discourse, and I don't know, parang, I didn't want to dip my toes in that kasi,
Wala na sa control natin yun eh.
yeah, although we do appreciate both Philip.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing.
You know, I may be the one
Philip?
that's wrong as well. I'm sorry.
Or Sunu. I was parang in both occasions finding out that they sang our song. I was stunned equally.
Oo, ang daming nag-message sa atin, lalo na yung sa concert nila.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Real time yung messages ng mga tao.
Ano siya, parang when I found out about both, kasi parang they were months apart, I was so overwhelmed kasi, I don't know, I think at that point parang life was a little weird, alam mo yun. So parang I was thrown a bit of a curveball na parang, remember, you wrote the song years ago? Oh yeah, here, Philip sang it.
Oh,
And then
so
on another
cool.
occasion, Sunu sang it in the concert. So parang, ewan ko, goosebumps ako eh.
Goosebumps. Ako rin
Nice.
na goosebumps.
But so all your feelings for both occasions were very positive. Yes, and for the record, by the way, we're obviously totally no hate to Felipe or Suno.
Absolutely.
They're quite talented artists. Can't also wait to have you here in Hangover. But besides the point, but yeah, 100% no hate to them. And as a fan again of all these different artists, we're just grateful to get to hear songs played or performed differently, you know, and it's me personally I would have to say it's an homage to you guys. So, yay guys.
Thank you.
Yay,
Thank you.
yay,
Thank you so
slay.
much.
No hate, period. And thank you for sharing your insights on all of the evidence and the resibo that we
Ganda,
have here
printouts.
prepared for you. Medyo kulang nga sa color blue
Kulang
yung ink
na nga
namin.
eh.
But napansin na, guys, halata. Napansin na kami ng
Blue.
ink. Blue, pinkish na siya. But moving on. With that, you guys have successfully answered all of our questions, our 3-tiered hangover questions. Thank you so much. Now, before we get to listen to your songs, Alon and Sumayaw, magbanlaw muna tayo. Let us make a toast. Actually, you guys are gonna make a toast to whomever, your management, your fans, the stranger dangers, or the haters, whatever have you. Go ahead.
Nash, would you like to go first?
Toast sa Hangover.
Yay!
Thanks for
Yeah.
having us. Ang saya dito. Sana makabalik kami. Ikaw, Ace.
This is a toast to our friends, our family, of course to the supporters of Never the Strangers. It's been a few years and it's been a crazy journey, both on and off the spotlight, and we are truly grateful for all the emotional, financial, and different sorts of support that you've shown us. Of course, a toast to Balcony Entertainment, to Island Records, for believing in us and
Yes.
believing in our music. So this one's for you.
Yes,
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers.
Thank you, thank you. So fun, so nice. Thank you guys. And that was quite the toast to all of the people who supported you. All right. One more thing before we let you perform. Pick up the guitar, pick up the instruments. Let us know if you've got any gigs or songs or anything you want to perform, and where can we follow you as well?
Yes. Meron kaming upcoming shows. Yung next one is on June 10 sa Imagine Arts and Music in Marikina. So, kita-kits tayo doon. We'll be playing with other balcony artists in Raven, Sean Archer, and Suyen. And yes, guys.
All right. So we have a new song out. It's called Sumayaw. We think it's pretty good, and we're very eager to share it with all of you. So if you'd like, please stream it on your favorite streaming platforms. Add it to your playlist. Please help us out. Right? Give us a few streams. Also, check out the music video on YouTube, and interact with us online. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as Anti-Strangers. So we'll see you there.
You're so nice. Like, kung okay lang naman, baka gusto mo mag-stream. You're so nice.
Gusto lang naman nila.
You're so adorable. I'm gonna say, ang adorable. Nakakainis. I don't know if that's what you were going for, but you kind of are adorable.
Thank you. Thank you.
With that, Chasers, we will now get to listen to Never the Strangers perform their songs, Alon, and their new one that, if you would so please kindly stream, Sumaya. Once again, my name is Shai, and this is Hangover. I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!
Thank you.
Thank you.